Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com, your daily market recap for March 13th. Like, subscribe, and let's see what SPY and friends brought us in the past day. SPY, not much of a movement. We can see Doji inside the candle, hanging around on this middle line. We are still in an uptrend. We are still above the yellow zone. We are still above buy signal. All signs shows uptrend continuation above the 518. We will see 521, 526, and then 540. This is how it looks on the intraday. Always zoom in, zoom out, and then you will become a better trader. Let's one up a little bit our Fibonacci. We started over the day and then just move sideways. As you can see, last few minutes of the day, we got ourselves a retest of this yellow zone, but back above the 516. 516 is the support, 517.40 is the resistance, above it 519, 521. Tomorrow, Thursday, 8:30 a.m. PPI numbers. Careful with the volatility in the first 15-30 minutes after the PPI comes out. And it doesn't matter what we think about the PPI. It doesn't matter what we think should be the reaction of the market. The only thing that matters is reaction of the market and how the market will react. All we need to do is follow price and look at the QQQ. Look how important the yellow zone is. Look how it held today. Price inside candle on the QQQ, inside the yellow zone. This is how it looks on the 65 minutes. Why I use the 65 minutes? Because 6 full candles of the 65 minutes gives us a full day. And this is how it looked. Went down in the first 65 and then just move sideways. We are below a sell signal on the 65 minutes because we are inside the yellow zone. Dow Jones 0.11, trying to escape the yellow zone. Dow Jones quietly new all-time highs. No one's talking about it. Long continuation, and we will see 396 and 400 to the upside. IWM with 0.4, uptrend until proven otherwise. These are all Fibonacci levels, Fibonacci trend lines based on Fibonacci levels and Fibonacci mathematical calculations. We are above the yellow zone. We got ourselves a sell signal because the FTI recognizes and identifies that this, the 206.50, 207 area, very tough resistance. So it gives us a sell signal, not because we need to go short on the IWM. It just means that we need to be careful now with our long position. And if we want to go long on IWM, this is not the time. Look at the IWM moving sideways since February 27th, just moving sideways. And look at the importance of the yellow zone, holding strong. Magnificent 7 ETF, the M8GS, back inside the uptrend channel. We are above the yellow zone. This is why we got ourselves the buy signal once again yesterday, Tuesday. Now let's see continuation above the 39 area, and then we will see 39, 60, 40, 60, and 41. And look at this beautiful, magnificent road to the north. SOXX, another day, another super volatility day, almost 2.5% to the downside. SOXX having a rough time staying above the yellow zone. This is why we are still below the sell signal. It doesn't mean we need to go short on the SOXX. It just means careful if you are long on the SOXX. Weekly close below the 225, and next we have this 220.60, and we have this gap at the 218 that needs to get filled. We also have a small gap over here, the 212.75, and another gap at the 205. Maybe this gap and also this gap will get filled Thursday and Friday after PPI numbers. Bitcoin still in an uptrend. Slowly, slowly, every day that goes by, Bitcoin, new all-time highs, above the 73,800, we will see 80K to the upside. This is how Bitcoin looks on the 4-hour chart. Long tail to the downside, boom to the upside. Long tail to the downside, boom to the upside. Long tail to the upside. What will come next? High probability, 75, 77, and then on the daily, 80K. Always look left. Try to identify the price action, the price movement, the price volatility, and then with the highest probability, you will understand where price might be heading next. Ethereum, we said that after this bullish candle last Monday, we will see sideways move. And here we are, 3 consecutive days. Look at the price action, getting tighter and tighter. This is how it looks on the 2 hours chart. Super tight price action. Between the 39.30 and the 40.87, not much of a movement. We are still in an uptrend channel on the 2 hours chart. We got ourselves a sell signal because of this candle, and we are still struggling the yellow zone. Only above the 40.30 on the 2 hours, and this sell signal will get vanished overall. Ethereum, as I see it, it's on the way. 48.30 and then 6K. Let me know in the comments below when. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when we will see Ethereum at the 6K. Before the end of March, before the end of Q1 of 2024. Gold moving sideways, short or not short, but pullback below the 2150, back to the yellow zone, long continuation above the 2190, maybe the 2200 towards the 2252, and then 2321. Natural gas slowly going back to the 151. And if you are long on natural gas, my condolences. This is not the time to go long on natural gas. Crude oil, same thing, but to the upside. Holding inside this magnificent uptrend channel that the FTI gives us. The FTI, this amazing tool, gives us everything that we need. Just one click away and everything that you need is on your chart. We are above the yellow zone, above the middle line, long continuation above the 81. And then you have all the future resistance for price action. XLF, unstoppable XLF. Uptrend, super uptrend. Next is the 42, 42.90, 44, and then 45. XLF leading the way, leading the sectors to the upside. And if the financial goes up, you know something good is going on. XLU struggles with the 65 area. Look left, resistance, resistance, resistance. All this area, the 64, 65 area, super resistance area. If bulls of XLU will give up, 63 needs to hold, and then back to the 62.50. KRE, another day, another doji, hanging barely above the yellow zone. We are still inside a downtrend channel on the KRE. Like, subscribe, and now let's talk about Apple. What's going on with Apple? We are still in a downtrend. Downtrend until proven otherwise. Super downtrend. We closed this gap a few days back, and since then, slowly grinding down on this middle line. Next is the 168 area. We are below a sell signal. We are still below a very heavy sell pressure on Apple and below the yellow zone. Just imagine what will happen to the SPY and the Qs if Apple will be in a different situation. But Apple is not in a different situation. Apple is under a multi-month double top scenario below this area, below the 168, and Apple is going to the 146. Meta struggling to get back above the yellow zone, but we're still inside an uptrend channel. Meta long above the 508 and then 523, 524, 565. Just follow the trend lines, follow the trend, follow the road north on Meta, because this is what the FTI tells us. MSTR, this monster that doesn't stop. MSTR, MicroStrategy, already the 1766, another almost 11% today. Next, 2080 and 2465. If you have FOMO on MicroStrategy, you're perfectly right. Will MicroStrategy give us a pullback? Sure. When? No one knows. It's on the left lane, the fast lane north to the 2465, 35, and 47. Nvidia, 1.2% to the downside, inside candle, inside doji. This is how it looks on the 65 minutes. No price action whatsoever. The first candle of the 65 minutes just went down and grinding up slowly. First 65 minutes, Nvidia went down 3%. Yellow zone held price above the buy signal and then grinding up slowly. Close the day with 1.1% to the downside. Overall, we are still in an uptrend on Nvidia. SMCI, Nvidia's biggest rivalry in price action, 2.2% to the upside. Look how Fibonacci gives us everything that we need. This Fibonacci support, the 1115 support, below it we have the yellow zone. Long continuation on SMCI above the 1230 and then 1560 and above 2K. AMD 4% to the downside inside the yellow zone. Finally closed the gap from March 1st. This gap is filled. Now let's see a touch on this lower trend line of the uptrend channel together with the 188 area, together with this lower border of the yellow zone, and then I will look for a bounce. Google almost 1% to the upside. Got ourselves a doji off the upper border of the yellow zone. The yellow zone is the most important area of support and resistance. We took long on Google once it broke inside this yellow zone. Now let's see, I want to see the 138, the 50% area holding, the blue line holding a support. Next leg up, breaking above, I want to see Google finishing the week, closing the week above the yellow zone. Microsoft, nothing much. Zero movement today on Microsoft, holding nicely above the yellow zone. Long continuation above the 417, and then we will see 431 and 452. Now let's talk about Tesla. What do you see about Tesla? Tesla is going to the 146 gap. Ladies and gentlemen, this cannot be avoided. We need to talk about it. Do not try to buy the dip on Tesla, because the dip, no one knows when it will happen. No one knows. Just follow price. Don't be a hero. Do not fight price. And it doesn't matter what you think about the company. And it doesn't matter what you think where the company, where the price should be. Tesla goes to the 146, and this gap needs to get filled before April's earnings. We have another month, exactly 1 month, 3 days until Tesla's earnings. Tesla is in a downtrend on the safe road to the 146 gap. Netflix, another day, another sideways move, still above the yellow zone, still below the sell signal. It doesn't mean we need to go short on Netflix. It just means it's not the time to go long. last but not least, Amazon 0.66 above the yellow zone. We're still below the sell signal because the FTI identifies this area, the 177, as a very tough resistance area since February 22nd. Except these two candles, look how Fibonacci gives us all the support, all the resistance, trend lines, roadmap for future price action. Fibonacci gives us everything that we need. Don't forget, tomorrow, Thursday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. First, we are going live, preparing together for the next trading day, and PPI numbers coming up. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? How market will react to the PPI numbers? Once again, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you find it helpful, educational. If you did, just hit the like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. You know why. Until the next video, stay safe.